Hello and welcome into the Piles of Paragraphs creative space. I'm Lori and today I'm going to share with you an idea that I had. I've been wanting to make a waterfall journal, and I'll tell you quite honestly, I just can't seem to get my brain around the concept. So, since I wanted to make something and I wanted it to be similar to a waterfall journal, and I had this whole stash of little bags that I bought, I thought, let's see what I can do with those. And this is what I've come up with. So I took 6 bags, and they have little pockets and little openings. And I've just added some paper to some of them so you can see the layers better this way. But let me show you what I did. Hope everyone's doing well today and has had a chance to do something creative. I have done more searching through my stuff than I have done anything creative, but let's get going with this. So first of all, these little bags, and mine just happen to be like, if we go all the way out to the little tip, about 7.5 by 5. The actual bag part is right about 7, maybe just a little bit short of 7 inches across here. So just as a reference. So I took my stack of bags and I trimmed the bottom, and I used my my paper trimmer and just cut a very, very, very fine sliver off the bottom so that we'll have openings on both edges of the bag. And I take this little flap and fold it back like this, and then I fold it in. And the one that I made originally, I didn't fold it in, so you can really do this either way, but I thought I would try it. Fold it in and see if it neatened up my pockets just a little bit. So, and then I take my glue stick, just run a little glue stick down there. And these little bags are pretty thin, so I'm being a little bit careful as I fold it in. So there we go. So I'll do that one more time, and then we'll have our 6 done. Yes. So very crooked, very, very crooked. Okay. Fold this over. Burnish this down, being careful not to catch that little flap there. Put it this way. Run the glue stick along here, and fold it in. Yeah, right. Sometimes I got them folded more straight than other times, so that part done. So then so I have all the bags here. And when I did this one, I did it with the back side up. This time I'm going to try it with the front side up. And now would be a really good time if you want to cover yours with a single sheet of paper. Now would be a great time to do that. Excuse me. Oh, I get a sip of water. My original plan was, or my original thought was to do a collage on each of the little tabs. So, and then I just went back and added the plain paper so that you could see it a little bit easier on camera. So now I just eyeballed mine when I did them. Let's see. Oh. I also took one whole bag. Yes. because this one does have a whole bag. So let's see, do I have 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 6 bags. I guess you only need to trim 5 of them. So I have one too many here. 1. Of course, you can do as many as you want. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So if you want to do yours like I did mine, and I have water everywhere, leave the end. You can leave the end of this one closed. I'll do this again with this really quickly. Sorry, this is a kind of a new idea to me, and so I'm learning as I go and apparently forgetting as I go. Oh, big gob of glue on the front of that. Let's get that off of there. Okay. Put this in. Okay. And so for the folds on this, like I said, I just eyeballed mine. But when I went back and measured them, they came out to be about 1/4 inch, 1 inch, 1.5 inches, 2 inches, 2.5 inches, and 3 inches. So you can take yours scoring board and measure them all out if you would like to. If that makes you feel better about doing them. I still haven't found my small scoreboard. It's here somewhere. Oh, that is the word of the day today. Here somewhere. I spent all morning searching for something, and then discovered that I hadn't actually found it earlier, and just didn't realize I'd found it. My mother used to say I couldn't see things for looking at them. Actually, what I'm going to do with this is put it this direction. It makes it a little bit easier. I'll line that up to 7. And then I'll come into the 1/4 inch. Just give it a little score. Like that. And then fold it over. I will say, 1/4 inch on that one does not feel like enough. Did I do 1/4 inch or did I do... Let's see. Let's try this again. Is that a full 1/4 inch now? Now you know why I eyeball it. I do better with the eyeballing it than I do with the actually measuring and scoring. So let's kind of go back to that way of doing it. Okay. I think it's more. Yeah, I do. Is that more like 1/2 inch? Where's my little ruler? Oh, I'll use the big one. Let's see. Well, somewhere between 1/4 and 1/3, I think, actually. But there's one. And then, let's see, for this one is roughly 1 inch-ish. So I think basically what I did was just fold it over slightly more than where the little seam is for the bottom of the bag. Let's see, is that about 1 inch? Yeah, that one's about 1 inch. So then when they stack in, yeah, just have a little bit of the one underneath showing each time. And so what did I say for the next one? About 1.5 inches. So let's see. So that's about double the base of the bag. And then, let's see, 2 inches. Set that up to 10. Scoot this up to the 1/8. And you can just kind of test them out as you go to see if they're lining up in a way that you find pleasing to your eye. And this one will now be 2.5. So set that at the 10. I want to go up to 7.5. Let's see. I hope this isn't terribly confusing for you. I apologize if it is. But if you've been watching me very long, you know I don't really like to measure. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, and then the last one is 3. So line that up about there with the 10. I want to fold it up to the 7. And I forgot to silence my phone. Sorry about that. Okay. So now we have, oh, now I have a big space there. How did I do that? I did not have as big a space when I did that one. Oh well. We'll just grab another bag and add it in. So let me try folding this one almost all the way up. I'm folding it the wrong direction. That's the right direction. Okay. Now I've got myself all discombobbled. Getting there better? Well, no, not quite. Nice thing about these soft little bags is that you can also just back it down just a little bit and give it another fold. And then if you're going to cover it, it's not going to work. Now I have them exactly the same, don't I? Oh, goodness me. What am I doing wrong? Well, we will just leave that like that. And this is the center. Seriously, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Yeah, well, that's exactly the same. Alrighty. So after my bodgy folding there, you've got these little tabs here which you can slip things into, or I don't know, a variety of different things you could do with them. I also liked the little piece down here, so that if you wanted to add a cover piece, you could attach it to that. Or if you wanted to, you know, put this in a journal, it's a little extra paper to hold it together there. Then I took these. I bet I have not been speaking very loudly either. I apologize. Okay. And I clip them together. And then I took this and kind of clipped it together-ish. And then on mine, I did the 3-hole pamphlet stitch, but I think that's probably a little bit of overkill. So I think on this one, I'm just going to measure down. I'm going to guesstimate down here probably about, I don't know, a 1/2 inch. Oh, let's see if I can get my awl to go through. Being sure not to. Oh boy, it doesn't want to go through. Mind you, I did not have this trouble at all when I did the other one. Oh, nope, it does not want to go through. There we go. course, you could also take a little hole punch and hole punch them in as well. Let's see, how am I going to do on this one? Use a little bit more force on this one, I guess. Okay. Alrighty. Got our holes punched in there. Oh, and my voice is going to leave me again. And so I'm going to go ahead and I use wax thread. I'll do it about 3 times the height of this. Snip this off. And let's see. I think I might have a tie on the outside, so I'll go in through here, out through here. Once again, easier said than done. Oh, I wiggled it. Okay. Take the clips off. Put my needle back in its spot. Okay. And I'll just make a knot here. This is when the 3-hole the pamphlet stitch makes it easier. Yes, because now I need an extra hand to hold this down. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, let's fix that then. Oops. Oh, I got my knot in there. Let me take this out. And let me just pull this back out. And let me clip them back together. And I think this time I'm just going to clip the bigger section. We'll see. Live and learn. So I'll go back to sort of I'll eyeball kind of the center here. And push my all through. There we go. And grab my needle again. This one. Yeah. Trying to use one that's not too sharp. And get this threaded. And I wanted to tie on the outside, so I'll go in through the center, out through this end. There we go. Of course, I think instead of sewing these, you probably could also glue them, but I kind of liked the touch of having the thread. Okay, back to the center hole. Be careful not to split your thread. Hopefully I have not split my thread. Pull this through like this. Oops. Tie this around. And there you go. There's the base for our little waterfall-like pocket. And so here's the first one I made, and here's the one I just made now. Looks kind of nice, a little bit of paper on it, but I think a little bit of collage or some digitals glued on will be really cool. And so next time I will decorate, and then I'll come back and show you, and then hopefully we can, I'm going to make some journal cards, I think, to go in the pockets, maybe some other stuff. So until next time, I say thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed the video, and I hope you did, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. The little channel is growing, so let's help it keep growing. And leave me a comment. And I will say bye-bye for now.